फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching CricketNext. I'm Akashik with post-match report of Australia versus Scotland game. Australia won the game by 5 wickets, but Scotland have won the hearts. Scotland will be moving out of the tournament now as they have been defeated by Australia. They needed a win against Australia. But now Australia and England will be moving to the Super 8s from this group. But Scotland were commendable in T20 World Cup 2024, especially against Australia. The kind of batting they did against Australia deserves all the praise. Well, let's have a look at the scorecard and you'll get a clear picture as to what Scotland did. Now, Munsey, Michael Jones, Brandon McMullen, Bedrington, Matthew Cross, all of them batted well except Michael Jones. He just made 2 of 3. But Munsey and McMullen both deserve a lot of praise because they were the two batters who kept the hopes alive of the Scotland fans, and the fans were expecting the team to cross the 200 mark. So, there was this one time where it felt that Scotland might pull up an upset for the Australian side, but Australia, they have immense experience of cricket, and not only cricket in the T20 format but in all the formats, and that's how Australia managed to come back, especially in the last 5 overs. The way Australia bowled, it was really impressive, and that's how they restricted Scotland to just 180 on board. But Scotland deserve all the praise. They played really well. They had put up a position for England to get knocked out from the tournament. But if you talk about Scotland, as I already mentioned, Munsey and McMillan performed really well, especially in the final over of the power play. The way Munsey pulled back-to-back sixes on Maxwell's delivery, it was commendable. After that, obviously, Maxwell took the wicket of Munsey, and therein, Berrington came in, the captain. Berrington also made a 42-run knock, but Scotland managed to put 180 runs on board, and there was this one time where Australian batters kind of struggled because the Australian openers, David Warner and Marsh, had a tough time. They were sent back cheaply. But all in all, if we look at, Scotland's performance, it was quite impressive. And for a country like Scotland, where it rains for 300 days, it's very difficult to form a team, to have experience of cricket. But they managed it. And in this T20 World Cup, they came up with the score, the highest ever score by an associate nation against Australia. And we know Australian team, it's a champion team. So to put up such kind of a performance against Australia was really very impressive. Now, as I already mentioned, how Warner and Marsh performed. So Warner and Marsh were sent back cheaply. So much so that Warner just made 1 run of 4 balls and Mitchell Marsh made 8 of 9. But there was Travis Head, there was Glenn Maxwell. Maxwell just chipped in with 11 runs of 8 balls. But Travis Head and Marcus Stoinis played extremely well. And, we have seen what Travis Head can do. He did exactly the same. And when Maxwell got out, it seemed, that the Australian side are in some sort of a tough situation. But Marcus Stoinis was left. So Marcus Stoinis did a great job at the end. Marcus Stoinis was sent back by a Jaffa from Watt, but there was the entire effort from the Australian side where they managed to chase 181 runs and then win the match by 5 wickets. So Australian side have won this match. They already had cruised to the Super 8 stage, but what's interesting is that before this match, there was this headline that if Australia will knowingly lose the match against Scotland, then there will be an inquiry on them, because Scotland's win in this match would have meant that England would have gone out of the tournament. So a tough competition was needed. And also, what's needed now is that it shouldn't be about England. It shouldn't be about England moving to the Super 8s, because it should be about Scotland. Scotland have performed extremely well in the entire tournament. Though the result didn't go their way, they haven't cruised to the Super 8s, but they will be remembered as one of the finest teams in this T20 World Cup 2024. They had put England in a very tough situation, and England were on the verge of getting knocked out from the tournament by a team, by an associate nation. So Scotland, you deserve all the praise. You deserve a standing ovation. And in the next T20 World Cup, it'll be very interesting to see how Scotland come up, because of the kind of wins they pulled up in this tournament was commendable. So though Australia have won this match by 5 wickets, but it's all about Scotland and the kind of batting they did. It's a saying that, to beat the best, you have to be the best. And that's exactly what Scotland did. They had stepped into their best shoes. They pulled up a great batting performance. They pulled up one of their best performances ever. Though the result didn't go their way, nothing doing. But Australia were put up in a very tough situation because of Scotland's great effort. So more than Australia's victory, I would call it Scotland's victory in the T20 World Cup. And they will be remembered as one of the great teams. But as of now, we know that Australia and England have moved to the Super 8s. So that's that for now. For more updates and details, you stay tuned to Cricket Next.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।